Good afternoon. So many of us, so long, it's been so long since I've seen you. It's so great to see your lovely faces. My name is Houston Tyrell, and I'm the Director of Worship and Music here at Glory Day Lutheran Church. And it is a pleasure to welcome you here this afternoon. Ooh, I'm out of breath, I'm just so excited. To our Choral Scholar Recital entitled Gabrielle, Flannery, and Friends. If you do not have the pleasure of knowing Gabrielle Flannery, or Gabby as we like to call her, you're missing out. She is such a wonderful human being and an amazing artist, and is actually one of she is our soprano choral scholar here at Glory Day, who sings in the chancel choir at the 11 a.m. service and plays in our handbell choir whenever they play for services. So I actually knew Gabby before my time at Glory Day. The first time we met was at Bayview Music Festival in Michigan, Petoskey, Michigan. Is anyone familiar with Petoskey? Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. But they have a music festival up there where they perform operas and musicals. And as I was arriving, Gabby was leaving, but it was a lasting meeting, and I went to her master's program in Iowa and did help facilitate a spirituals intensive up there while she was finishing her degree there. And it is so full circle. When I got the email that she was moving to Cincinnati and saw our choral scholar position and was interested, Matthew can attest, it was right here in the sanctuary. I literally fell to the floor because I was so excited. She is just such a wonderful person and an amazing talent, and I'm just so glad that you are all able to be here and witness it yourself. So without any further ado, welcome Gabrielle Flannery and Matthew Zaleski.
Thank you, yes. Okay, thank you all so much for coming to listen to this recital today and to support my friends and I as artists. This is a special recital because I get to make music with friends I've made since moving to Cincinnati and perform some new repertoire. I am very grateful to Glory Day because the people here are so kind and supportive, and this community has made musical growth possible. I also just wanted to say thank you so much for truly pouring into me as a musician and giving me lots of opportunities. It's been so wonderful getting to make music with all of you as a choral scholar in our chancel choir. And I just hope you will enjoy listening and learning today. So I have a little bit of musical tidbit for you before each piece. So without further ado, our first piece is Will There Really Be a Morning, a poem by Emily Dickinson set to music by Ricky Ian Gordon. This is an art song, which means that it is a classical standalone piece. It does not come from a larger work. The music is beautiful and moving, and I feel a deep connection to the text. This piece makes me think of times when life is forcing me to grow a bit. I'm in the thick of things, starting to seek a way out, but things are getting harder. I don't know if I will feel a return to joy after overcoming the present hardship. Will there really be a morning?
Will
Thank you. This next piece is called The Transport from Holland, from Another Sunrise, music by Jay Peggy and text by Jean Shear. This is an opera. It is a dramatic story told entirely through song, acting, and music. I read the novel that inspired this work, I Survived Auschwitz, and found myself deeply moved by the horrors that Christina witnessed. I was reminded to look at the suffering that we place on each other because we refuse to see others' humanity. The composer and librettist say this: Another Sunrise is about the struggle to describe harrowing and unimaginable situations to people who weren't there. It is also about what it is to survive. Like many who made it through war, Christina survived not through grand acts of heroism, but through near maddening acts of survival. We do whatever it takes to live another day, to see another sunrise.
A transport arrives, not for
welcome Kevin Lawrence on clarinet as we transition to a more hopeful atmosphere. This next piece is Shepherd on the Rock by Schubert. One moment, please. All right. Shepherd on the Rock is for soprano, clarinet, and piano. Schubert was known for joining music and text. He uses something called text painting, which is when the music reflects an atmosphere or event from the text. This piece is about a young shepherd working in the mountains, lonely while he is far from his lover, and finding joy knowing that spring will come again. You can hear the mountains and valleys, the shepherd's continuous journey, his echo bouncing back off the mountains, and the shepherd's shifting emotions reflected in the music. I hope you will enjoy this piece, and just so you know, this will be in German. If you need translations, you can find them in your program.
That was gorgeous. Great job. I am singing a piece called Knoxville, Summer of 1915, composed by Samuel Barber, a very famous American composer, probably most famous for his Adagio for Strings, if you've ever heard that. It was actually played by an orchestra for our Advent service, December 14th, for communion, if you have a memory like I. And the text from this is from James G., the prologue from his Pulitzer Prize-winning novel, A Death in the Family. Now, the whole book is when he was a child, and especially his prologue, it's very nostalgic and reminiscent of Knoxville, Tennessee, in the summer. If you can imagine it, close your eyes. Summer, you're just sitting on a porch. You feel the air, you hear the air. People are walking by. That's really the entire moment that this piece is trying to capture. The fun thing about James G. is that his writing, he was known for his improvisatory writing. So in his entire book of A Death in the Family, he probably made 3 or 4 changes. He would just take his thoughts and write it all out and would not stop. 3 or 4 times he would maybe go back and erase a letter, erase a word. But can you imagine the entire book, not editing yourself at all, not letting anyone else edit it, and not stopping, just letting it come out? And so there are some sentences that his grammar doesn't really make a lot of sense, and there's a lot of poetic words that are just in the middle of places, but I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I hope that you enjoy Knoxville, Summer of 1915. We are talking now of summer evenings in Knoxville, Tennessee. In the time that I lived there, so successfully disguised to myself as a child.
Sometimes here they are, all on this earth.
So beautiful. Okay, please welcome with me Julia Zaleski on oboe as we perform Lori Laitman's In Sleep the World Is Yours. This is a song cycle with 3 songs. Song cycles are several pieces made to be performed together with a unifying theme or text. This cycle is unified by a text written by Selma Meyerbaum-Eisinger, a young poet who passed while in a Ukrainian labor camp. This is a chamber music piece, so sometimes if you see people with their music, that means it's a chamber piece, like Shepherd on the Rock or like this. Because there are 3 songs in this set, we ask that you hold applause until after the 3rd piece. And Laitman says this about these pieces. Lullaby spotlights Selma's imagination, her capacity for love and hope, as well as her sense of foreboding and the realization that dreams might provide the only comfort in increasingly dark days. Yes has simple text, but deep meaning. The song progresses from a turbulent opening as Selma feels the loss of her loved ones to peaceful close as she realizes her loved ones are close in her memory. And tragedy ends the work, and her heartbreaking words reveal her reality. To give all of yourself and realize you'll fade like smoke and leave no trace.
Sleep, my child.
we are down to our final piece of the day. This piece is called No Word from Tom. It is an aria from The Race Progress. Arias are solos in an opera where a character sings about an emotional event. Prior to this scene, Anne and Tom were to be married. Tom received news that he inherited a large fortune from an uncle that passed and traveled to London to settle the fortune. Before leaving, he promised that he would call Anne and her father to London once things were settled. Anne still waits to hear from him while he is engrossed in all the sins that London has to offer. In this aria, Anne expresses her true love for Tom and desire to help him.
Thank you all so much for coming. We have a small reception outside. We'd love to talk to you and say hi. There's also an offering plate. There's no obligation, but any funds go straight to the Choral Scholar Fund. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
We'll get one more.
She said up there to everybody. I just saw my first post was on the site.
It was all in English mostly, except for one of these.
You can't breathe at all, but it's
Yeah, of course. Where did Gabby's box go? important.
Oh, thank you, But I love you too. It's okay. Thanks for recording it and taking pictures.
I'll make it available to Gabby and she can give you guys notes.
That's what she said. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much.
Excellent job. Recording all good and all that?
I think so.
Perfect.
That's one of the sources. That's also been Gabby's camera. She's been running around too. Audio.
Awesome. Glad you could do it in a professional world. Saves me from holding my hands on the phone.
And that'd be fun too.
I would do it.
Follow your kid, they do art. So Irish dance. That's right. That's Gabby's job. That's Gabby's.
She's amazing.
A set of pipes on her.
Sure.
I used to do art too. Then I stopped.
That's fun.
I did one spot, which was
The world needs it again. Bust out of retirement. Save the world from millions. I don't know about that one. Nothing a training montage can't fix.
So Kevin.
was objecting.
Time's on their side. That's all right,